You know what I love about the Spotify blend feature, Zach?
What's up?
That you and I like share our music through. We listen to some like sad music, man.
I know.
Like it's all like Said the Sky, Dabbin, and some Millennium. But then I was cutting grass. I'm like, all right, let's listen to a playlist that Zach and I would listen to. And I start playing. I'm like, why do I feel so sad? And then I get lo-fi hip hop beats like as other songs. I'm like, I do not want to listen to this right now.
Yeah.
And then a random Sullivan King song comes on, and then it's back to Dabbin. And I'm like, what the fuck is this playlist?
Yeah.
It's a great playlist.
Oh, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
it's
like
awesome. I love our playlist.
I did one with Matt.
That's probably all over the place.
It's all over the place, dude. It is absurd. I'll
it's like two songs you both have shared together.
If that. I'll pull it up. I'll just scroll through. We don't have to talk about them, but I just want you to laugh at it. But what do you think? I love the feature.
Yeah, it's awesome. I set one up with Elise last night, and we were going through listening to it. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's an awesome.
It's a cool feature.
Yeah.
It is really, really cool. It's just something different, you know.
Dude, shout out to Spotify. Spotify is always doing awesome
Spotify,
stuff.
man.
The only complaint, the only thing Apple Music, in my opinion, that they have up on Spotify is the UI. I just love the UI of Apple Music so much more.
I love both. I don't have like a love-hate or anything.
Specifically, well, for me with the discography.
Okay.
Because with Spotify or on Apple Music, it's chronological based on when everything came out, but on Spotify, it's not. It's just like a mix of like... It
separates it from albums first to singles, then compilations.
Yeah, and I wish it was just... Because I know when music came out. So if I'm looking for a specific song or I know it's in a specific album, it's so easy because I know like, okay, if I want to listen to like Robo Kitty by Excision, that's one of his first albums.
You're scrolling far.
So I just scroll to the bottom and start there. But like with Spotify, it's sometimes it's like in the middle for some reason, or like wherever.
That's usually because like remixes. Because like it says album goes first, you have to go to his first album.
Yeah.
So, like I think it's under Destroyed, but mine with Matt is like Sky by Playboy Cardi, and then immediately Domination by Kzo and Sullivan King, and then Young Thug, then Excision. Then Clario, which we both listened to, then Billie Eilish, and then Dua Lipa, Millennium. Like it's so all over the place, but it's hilarious. It does a good job. I think Spotify just does the best. But the main reason I'll never leave them is the Hulu bundle.
It's a great bundle, man.
It's a fantastic.
It's a great bundle.
Greg, I have like 8 episodes left of Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, Greg has I swear to God, dude, it's like daily now. I keep getting email notifications saying like Samsung TV just signed into Hulu in Murraysville. Oh, was it you? No.
Murraysville. Interesting.
It's Greg. Greg has my Hulu.
Oh, the Samsung, yeah. Well, because or
LG or whatever, but like it's like PS4 just signed into Hulu.
Well,
iPhone just signed into Hulu. It's all Greg.
My Vizio TV, it finally got the Hulu app, so I signed it to that, and then upstairs we have the LG TV. I went up and checked, and it's on there.
Yeah.
So I downloaded that and signed in. And I'm like, we've sent an email confirmation to confirm. Like Zach is gonna hate this.
Are you on my Hulu?
Oh no, your Hulu. Sorry, your HBO Max.
Oh, I don't think I get emails for HBO Max.
It said it sent an email confirmation.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Then maybe I just missed it then.
Yeah, but I threw it on the Vizio and I threw it on the LG TV, and I'm so happy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you pay for Hulu, or do you have the Spotify bundle?
Spotify bundle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the PS Pony podcast, where once a week, every week, me and my best friend Ron get together to talk to you about all the latest Sony and other video game news going on. Ron, how are you doing, man? How was your day?
Day's going really well. It's beautiful. I love the fall. It's not officially fall, but I love the fall. It's coming down.
It's beautiful.
September 1st
right
hit, 20 degrees dropped.
Yeah.
It's insane. Shout out to
sweater weather, bro.
Yeah, sweater weather. No, flannel weather.
Oh, flannel. I've never gotten into the flannels.
I'm a big flannel guy. Matt was into it, and I was like, screw it, I'll do it. I'm like, this is so comfy. It's like wearing a jacket without a hoodie, you know? Or a hood.
No, I got you.
And it's just comfy. Always fashionable. But been really good today. I did a lot of yard work. I cut down some old bushes that are older than I am because they have like berries that dogs can't really eat, and Luna started to eat them. So we had to cut that down. Helped my neighbors, did some other yard work and all that fun stuff. Got some Starbucks coffee. I went to go get
the pumpkin cream cold brew.
I went to go get the pumpkin cream cold brew, and guess what? Out.
Of cold brew?
Yep.
Yeah.
They were temporarily out. I went to the Target one because I didn't want to deal with the
Oh,
one at
really?
51.
The Target one's great.
Target one's fantastic.
Yeah. As somebody who worked at the Target
Yeah.
Starbucks before, they're really solid.
Yeah,
Solid.
Caitlin recommended the Target one. It won't be as busy. She was correct.
Yeah, Target now has order online and like you can pick up.
It didn't let me. I wasn't able to.
Did you try?
Through the Starbucks app, I wasn't able to do a pickup. At least it said not available.
Oh, maybe it's at that Target then.
Maybe. I think they open at 10, and I think we were trying to do it right before 10, so they might not have been open yet. That might have been why.
Starbucks? No, the Starbucks opens when the store opens.
Doesn't the store open at like 10 o'clock on a Labor Day?
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Maybe something.
That would make sense.
But that... Oh, yeah, happy Labor Day.
Yeah, happy Labor Day, everyone.
But I got I forget what it's called. Apple cider.
The apple caramel thing. That's good,
I got
dude.
That's good. The Frappuccino.
Okay. I hate
think that's what it was.
Frappuccinos.
No, it wasn't the
I hate making
Frappuccino. It was something else. I'll call in a sec because Greg was making fun of me. And I said, actually, it's not a latte. It was a macchiato. I got the macchiato.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Macchiato, fire.
Nice.
It was real good.
Yeah.
But I got that. A great start to my day. So, But I beat Ghost of Tsushima yesterday. The DLC.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's really, really good. When you told me I had one mission left, that was just a lie. I had 4 more.
Did you?
Yeah. After
Really?
I destroyed the ship, I had like 4 more missions.
After you destroy the ship?
Yeah, because I had to go like plan out the battle, and then there was a battle, and then there was the final one, and then I think like something else.
I thought I said you had 2.
Even so.
Yeah, whatever.
Still a freaking lie. But I love it. I beat it. I'm gonna go do like the tales and stuff. Because I wanted to beat it to talk about it on the podcast. But
right. Tails are awesome,
explore.
dude. I love the tails.
They're always fun. The mythic.
Did
tails.
you get the you got the armor for the horse, right?
I did.
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I want to go get like the other colors and versions of it and stuff.
Oh yeah, with the collecting the banners. Yeah.
So I want to go do all that because I love exploring in that game. That's the only game I think I will explore post game besides Witcher.
I remember I was really like upset when I first started the game because
spoilers by the way,
spoilers,
potentially
1,000% spoilers.
Yeah.
So Kage, my first horse, R.I.P. Right? He had this blue saddle that I always put on him. Mm-hmm. So when I got the new horse, I was like, no. You're not wearing Kage's saddle. Mm-hmm. So I switched it over to like a red saddle. And when I started the game, he had Kage's saddle on. I was like, what do you think you're doing?
No.
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah. I had Kage in the second.
Oh, I had Kaze in the second one.
I forget. I believe it was Kage in the second. Yeah. But I think I chose the third one. Because you, me, and Greg all chose different names, I think. Or it was Aaron.
I think you and Greg chose Soro.
Greg and I both chose the same, and then Aaron chose different from me and you.
I think so. Yeah.
Because Greg and I are just the same freaking person. But yeah, no, I love it. Like I said, Witcher and that game and Ghost of Tsushima, I think, are the only games I'll ever explore post beating it.
It's so weird. Me. It's so crazy how like gripping it is.
I had to fight off my ADHD.
Yeah, dude. After I beat it, I was like, all right, well, I want to do other stuff. Mm-hmm. I want to look at this map. And like, it's like with open world games, especially, like usually, like for me, like not even like going for a platinum, I'm always like, all right, well, beat it, done.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll never explore an Assassin's Creed world.
It's tough.
Even back back in the day, you and Tyler were telling me like you gotta do like these missions, you gotta get this, and I'm like, dude, this sucks. This is like not.
Well, you hopped in the worst time to hop in.
I know. Well, I played Assassin's Creed 2 first, and I didn't like it. I got halfway through and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, but when you played, it was like already a dated game.
No, you're right. You know, well, that was on the 360. I played it.
Did you?
Yeah. It was way back then.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, there was no backwards compatibility.
Right.
360 to 4 anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they remastered it. I thought you played it on the remaster for the 4, but okay.
Black Flag is the only one I've been interested in.
Black Flag is awesome. It's my favorite out of all of them. It's so good.
But I think I'm just at the point where it's not going to happen. Yeah. But what are your thoughts on the DLC?
I love it, man. Great storytelling. It was the main story was a little shorter than I thought it would be, which, you know, I just want more Ghost of Tsushima at the end of the day. And that's what this is. Like, aside from the horse charge, they really didn't, and then like the other armor you can get, like they really didn't add anything super new aside from like the side missions of like playing the flute
and one of the enemies, the chanters, I forget.
Oh well, yeah,
those little bastards.
It's a nice DLC. It's a great DLC.
I mean, it's $20.
Exactly. It's nothing crazy. It's not like a standalone type thing or like a whole new game.
I think if you do everything, it's very worth the money.
Yeah, what I think I like about it the most is that it really illustrates the relationship Jin had with his father, because
it was a really cool ending.
Through the story, like through the main story of Ghost, you know Jin's father, and like you get background on that, and like you understand that he kind of he feels he let him die and all that stuff. But in the end, you don't really have any more of that. You just kind of know him and like have to be told the story through other people. And this one really makes him confront his father and his feelings about what happened. And I really love how it starts with him like he's dealing with this guilt and this, feeling of responsibility and failure to his father that he wasn't able to save him. And in the end, it ties it up so nicely with, I was a kid, like I couldn't do anything, but not even that, but more so like seeing what his father did to Iki Island and like how ruthless of a like thing it was. Accepting that, not feeling guilty that it happened to his father and that he wasn't able to stop it, but like having this resolution of this happened because my father was the man he was.
Yeah.
And me being a child wouldn't have been able to prevent his death in that situation. Like, because he would have died. He would have got killed. Like a Tenzo or whatever would have killed him.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I liked the character change between the guy who killed his dad that you always like kind of had your mind in the main story of Ghost compared to the end.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, I would never have been able to kill him. He just like broke his leg or something. Like, he broke down.
Yeah,
he's
they
like,
have
do
that.
Not kill me. Yeah,
they have that really awesome thing of Jin's like, how does just a bandit like you kill my father who kills this samurai? And he says, he's like, I was just the guy who was there.
Yeah, he got
that's
lucky.
it. He broke his leg. He was already running, like they got ambushed. He was just the dude that did it.
Yeah. May your death benefit the lives to come or something.
Yeah, may your death benefit all beings or something like that.
The life of all beings. I was like, oh shit, he said it, and I was like, oh. My headset kept turning on and off during that scene. I was losing my mind. That's why I was getting so mad.
Yeah.
But I ripped it off after that. I'm like, screw this.
Yeah, man. So that's great. I love it. Highly recommend it if you haven't played it. Highly recommend everything with Ghost. It's just phenomenal.
What on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
Really?
Yeah.
Give it an 8.5.
Really? Okay.
I wish it was a little longer.
I do too.
I feel like it was well paced, but still.
I think it was well paced.
I think it just what I did appreciate was I think it told the story it wanted to tell, and that was it.
Yeah.
It didn't have filler missions.
Right.
It was just
exactly.
It was like here, boom.
Yeah.
So.
Other than that though, I've been playing Hades, busting out Hades. I've been getting my butt kicked.
Do you think your victory was a fluke?
No, because I did it twice.
Okay.
So I did win it twice, and now I think it's coming down to so much of learning the boons and learning what boons stack with each other and what meshes well. And that's like the hardest part for me right now, is because since it's all random, like, and it's so funny because like the 2 times I beat the game, I started I was in Asphodel and I was like, nope, this is a cursed run. Like, nothing's working with me right now. I'm not synergizing with anything. I'm not doing the damage I need to do. Then all of a sudden, like, I'm at the end of the game and I kill the final boss. I'm like, well, didn't think I'd be here.
Yeah.
But like, it's always the ones where I'm like, oh dude, I got the great special, like an awesome hammers from Daedalus. I'm feeling great. I just get rolled, so it's just a work in progress and it's just figuring it out. But yeah, dude, Hades is still awesome. Hades is still fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and beat it.
Yeah. But if you guys are looking to play some other games, we got some 3 free games coming to you for PlayStation Plus
today.
So these games are for the PS5, Overcooked, All You Can Eat.
R.I.P. Zach.
Yeah. So I actually bought this like a week or 2 before this. So what are we gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
It was only $10 though, so whatever.
Yeah.
So that's coming to PS5. For PS4, we have Hitman 2, and then Predator Hunting Grounds, which I'm actually kind of excited to hop into with everyone. I think that might be a lot of fun.
Yeah, like you, me, Greg, and Aaron.
Yeah,
the four of us. Because Colin doesn't really get on that much, and Matt doesn't either.
Yeah, I think it might only be 4.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe 5 if it's like 4. Like
I
military
think one of us
people
might be able to be the alien.
The Predator. Yeah.
Then
yeah, absolutely.
Predator, whatever. Oh yeah, Predator.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this.
It'll be our Evolve Part 2.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in Hitman 2, though, there is a little bit of a workaround. You can actually get it for the PS5.
Yes. So shout out to user TechBlow. TechBoh. TechBow, I don't know. On the PS5 subreddit, he did comment and say, quote, FYI, Hitman 3 free starter pack allows you to play remastered versions of Hitman 2 maps, in parentheses, including DualSense features, end parentheses, for free. So make sure to download that and play Hitman 2 maps through that. So you can have like a PS5 version through that.
Yeah.
I haven't fully done that, so not sure. But someone else also commented underneath and said Hitman 2 is also fully playable in PSVR.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. Shout out to Reddit, man. That's why
I love Reddit.
Half the articles I throw in from here is either from Twitter or Reddit.
Dude,
every week I go through the PlayStation Reddits and I find articles, I read the people's.
So
you either get super fanboy stuff, or fuck Xbox, or just nice people like this.
Dude, I never used Reddit. It was something that I was just like, all right, whatever, like it's a thing. But then
I think I got you into it.
No, it was actually Tyler.
Tyler did use it. I didn't think you really started using it until I was posting and
so he had me download it and he like had me sign like
Tyler
join like a few of the like meme like
Avatar, Last Airbender
like
stuff too, I'm sure.
But then I just like it was mainly from like an inquisitive place. Like I started using it more once I like was like, oh, I have a question about something. Reddit has an answer. Reddit always has a freaking answer. So I started doing that, and then like the Sly Cooper Reddit, I joined that. So like now I actually go on Reddit as if it's like Twitter, just to see what people are posting and see what's going on.
Yeah, I go on Reddit more than Twitter now. Reddit's kind of been my main social.
Yeah, well,
Twitter I use the most.
Well, so I deleted TikTok after it tried to make me sign up for a thing, and then not too far after that, I actually deleted iFunny. That's why you guys haven't been getting things. So I haven't.
Hallelujah.
So
here we go. Let's go. Zach is growing up.
Because it was, for me, it was just always like the thing of, I had nothing to do, or like I was in between things. I'd open iFunny and I'd kill like anywhere from like 10 to 30 minutes just scrolling through stuff. So I deleted all that, and now the only social media apps or like apps like that I have on my phone now is Reddit, and then I have like shortcuts for like different like IGN and all that. But so yeah, now I'll just like, you know, toilet time, Reddit. I'm on Reddit, I'm looking at Reddit, and it's crazy just like the things that pop up that I'll see that I'm like, oh, I didn't even know this was happening. So love Reddit.
Yeah, I've turned into a neckbeard on Reddit. I love it. The only thing I won't do, it's so risky to use it at work, so I just never do it.
Yeah.
There's been times where I'm like, let's see if there's any more news on PlayStation. I go to type in reddit.com and I'm about to hit enter. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't do that. Someone's going to have an unfiltered, not safe for work photo in probably Avatar subreddit of all things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. Don't do that. So
yeah, dude. I'm really excited.
But these games are really cool.
Yeah.
So did we get an Overcooked game? Did you buy an Overcooked game before?
I bought like one or two.
Okay, I think you bought the first one.
Because it was like on sale for like nothing.
$5, yeah. So Overcooked All You Can Eat is 2 Overcooked games.
Yeah, it's all
bundled
it's
into
everything.
one. So you get like 4 games this month. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Great
couch co-op game.
Yeah, and I'm hoping Hitman 2 gets me into the Hitman franchise, because I've been wanting the newest Hitman, but I'm not sure if I'd actually play it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So now it's a nice little segue into it.
I played the old Hitman games, and I love them for what they were, but it was just like too sandboxy for me.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. But Predator will be a lot of fun to play with friends too, so I'm sure we could try that out.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
It wasn't Hitman, but yeah. Those are the games for September. Yeah. Can't believe it's September already, and I'm pissed about it.
Exactly. But speaking of new games coming, we can actually now pre-order Horizon Forbidden West.
I just want to say before we start talking about Horizon, 2 days ago, Zach and I were playing Sly Cooper. We started. Oh yeah, we didn't even mention that. We started replaying Sly.
Yeah.
and I'm 42nd in the world on speedrunners. Let's go. Not official though. But I was talking to Zach about the whole pre-order controversy, and I was pissed. You didn't know too much about it, so you're talking about it. And then an hour later, they change it.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So tell them about the change.
Yeah. So originally, when you pre-ordered the game, there were a few different versions you could do it. Basically, though, there was no upgrade path if you had a PS4 version to a PS5. So your options were to buy the PS4 version
For $60.
for $60, buy the PS5 version for $70, or for $80, you could get both editions.
Yeah.
And it did come with like bonus content and
In-game
stuff
items
like that.
they can somehow justify $10 worth.
Right. So,
which is usually like free pre-order bonuses, that type of stuff anyway.
yeah.
Because you don't
usually.
get any pre-order bonuses for just pre-ordering Horizon Zero Dawn standard.
Yeah. Oh, really?
The $70, you don't. There's no bonus.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That was what was annoying.
Yeah, that's super annoying.
Yeah.
So there's really no upgrade pass. So if you have a PS4 and you buy the PS4 version for $60, if later on you get a PS5, you're going to have to spend $70 if you want to get the PS5 version, unless you're proactive and spend $80 in the hopes that someday when you get the PS5, you'll want to play it.
But why should someone on the PS4 have to spend more than someone on a PS5? You know?
Yeah.
That's the annoying thing.
Yeah, and if you're on a PS5, you don't want the PS4 version.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So, what Sony did after the huge backlash, which thank God they got the backlash, they needed a reality check. I think that was similar to like when Xbox was going to start charging live for like $100 a year. Everyone went down their throat and they changed it. Same with this. I think in Sony's situation, they just wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And then, but reasons people were pissed was two reasons mainly. One was because there wasn't a clear upgrade path for $10, like Ghost of Tsushima and whatever. The other one was back months ago. I think before the PS5 came out, there was an article on the PlayStation blog talking about how launch games, and they listed Sackboy and Horizon for two examples, would be free upgrades, no $10 path. And now that
Did Sackboy come out on PS4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was
cool.
PS4 and 5, and then Horizon was listed as one of those games. It didn't fully say it was, but it was said, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it could be contrived as that.
Right.
So people were pissed. They're like, why are you lying?
Right.
So they said, now officially Horizon, you spend $60 if you're on PS4, it is a free upgrade to PS5. So if you're on PS5, you can buy the $60 PS4 version and be good and not have to spend $70. Just saying.
Yeah.
And they have fully confirmed that every cross-gen PlayStation exclusive will have a $10 upgrade path.
Yes.
For now on,
yes.
including God of War and I think Gran Turismo were the ones they said.
Yeah. So this is the statement from Jim Ryan, who, as we all know, is the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. He says, Thursday was a celebration of Horizon Forbidden West and the amazing team at Guerrilla working to deliver it on February 18th, 2022. However, it's abundantly clear that the offerings we confirmed in our pre-order kickoff missed the mark. Last year, we made a comment to deliver free upgrades for our cross-gen launch titles, which included Horizon Forbidden West. While the pandemic's profound impact pushed Forbidden West out of the launch window, we initially envisioned we will stand by our offer. Players who purchase Horizon Forbidden West on PS4 will be able to upgrade to the PS5 version for free. I also want to confirm today that moving forward, PlayStation first-party exclusive cross-gen titles, parenthesis, newly released on PS4 and PS5, end parenthesis, both digital and physical, will offer a $10 USD digital upgrade option for the PS4 to PS5. This will apply to the next God of War and Gran Turismo 7, and any other exclusive cross-gen PS4 and PS5 title published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. So great revert on them. Good job for them.
Thank God. I made a post about it on Twitter too, just a quote tweet. I was like, it's a good thing it happened, but it shouldn't have happened. But here we are.
Yeah, but they fixed it really quickly, they heard and they listened, and there wasn't like a weird like, oh, are they gonna do it or are they not? It like they announced it on Thursday, tied it all up by Saturday,
Sunday. Or Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
So
it needed to be fixed before their event. Well.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a classic company trying to push an idea that they want to make more money or get some out of it, but who knows? But I mean, speaking of why this could have been an issue and why they were trying to get a little bit more money out of these, big titles and stuff, PlayStation chief, former PlayStation chief muses on the future of gaming. This article comes from
Before
Bloomberg.
we get to that, I just want to run through the options for Horizon.
Oh, yes.
So as we said, those are the standard options for Horizon, the PS5 version, the PS4 version, and then the
digital deluxe, which pretty much I assume just isn't an option anymore.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But they do have the Horizon Forbidden West Special Edition for the PS4. This edition comes with the full game, obviously, a steelbook case, a mini art book, and a digital soundtrack, and that is coming in at $70. For our collectors out there, you can also get Horizon Forbidden West, the collector's edition. This edition comes with a steelbook display case. So it actually comes with a case for the steelbook, which is pretty cool. A mini art book, the Tremor Tusk and Aloy statues. Digital content is the PS4 and PS5 versions of the game, the digital soundtrack, and Horizon Zero Dawn Volume 1, the Sunhawk digital comic book. In-game items include a photo mode unlocks, so just different face paint and things like that. And then in-game unlocks via the story are the Karja Behemoth Elite Outfit, Karja Behemoth Shortbow, Nora Thunder Elite Outfit, Nora Thunder Sling, Apex Claw Strider Machine Strike Piece, and a resources pack. The statue looks sexy. The statue does look sexy, but Ron, if that statue doesn't look sexy enough for you, we have Horizon Forbidden West Regalia Edition. This comes with the steelbook display case, mini art book, a Regalia Tremor Tusk and Aloy statue. The difference between these two statues is the collector's edition is just the Tremor Tusk, like the big mammoth. The Regalia edition comes with the mammoth in the same position, but it has armor and a big basket of like people on top of him. So it's more of like a battle ready Tremor Tusk. You also get a replica focus, a standard or a focus stand, 2 art cards, a Claw Strider Machine Strike piece, a Sunwing Machine Strike piece, and a canvas map, which is always awesome. Digital content, PS4, PS5 version of the game, digital soundtrack, and the comic book I previously mentioned. You also get the photo mode unlocks and all of the in-game unlockable content that I said previously. Love this. I pre-ordered the Regalia edition. Don't know if I'm going to keep it. We'll see. Just want to get that pre-order out there so that way I have it if I need it. Yeah, exactly. Always cancel it. So yeah, awesome versions of the bundle. And the special edition, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, or the collector's edition is coming in at $199.99, and the Regalia edition is coming in at $259.99. So about a $60 price difference. So yeah, whatever you think is worth it is up to you guys.
You know what I
also this statue is massive.
Dude, I know.
I saw a picture of it like posted on Reddit. It is huge, dude. It is the do they have the measurements for the statue on here?
I don't think so. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either, but it is a big chunker, dude. Yeah.
I was going to say, you know what I also just thought of, the reason they had to like fix that issue ASAP is they want to avoid anything similar to The Last of Us 2's launch with review bombing.
Yeah.
It's going to get review bombed anyway.
Obviously.
First part, I guarantee you Halo is getting review bombed up the ass, and I'm sure Horizon will too, because it's just, people are stupid.
Right.
But, Far Cry 6 will look great in comparison, I'm sure. But yeah, so I'm sure they wanted to avoid like review bombs like crazy and then misinformation and stuff, because that's easy to do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but as you were alluding to, Ron, a Bloomberg article written by Jason Schreier, the GOAT, had an interview with the former PlayStation chief, and Shawn Layden, and he talks about the future of gaming and a little bit about why he left. Spark Notes version.
It's a long article.
It is a very long article.
It's a good read, though.
It is. Spark Notes version. He mainly left. He was working on in the he had what, all the console releases. He's been working in the industry for a very long time.
Yeah. I think like 37 years.
Yeah. The main reason he left when he did was because it was an easy transition. PS4 generation ended, PS5 starting up. It's easy to leave on that generation and give the reins to now Jim Ryan, who's taking the command on the PS5 and the future iterations of the console. And he just talks about his experience working in the video game industry, and how, he's worked on some of the highest rated games of the decade: Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War. So he says here that seemed like a good time to step off on top and allow another generation to take the PS5 to the market. Great article. Just kind of talks about his career and his experience in the video game industry. He's currently now working at, where does it say that? Do you have that somewhere?
Nope.
No. He's working at a new company that is still working in video games. It is called Ron, look, if you don't mind skimming the article, looking for that for me. But I'm going to go into talking about what he later said about the video game industry as a whole. He talked a lot about how the market for video games is very unsustainable at the moment, predominantly because as time has passed, video games have gotten increasingly more expensive to create. He talked about how each Sony exclusive game had major Sony exclusive game, I should say. I doubt every Sony exclusive game had a budget of $100 million to work with. And he talks also about how, based on the industry and the way people are buying games and consuming games, it is a safer bet for developers to make a second version of a game, sequel versions of games, because it's a safer bet that will sell and that will make money based off how the first game did. So it is in a place that it kind of stifles new IP because they need to make sure they're covering the massive costs of the games. And he's saying these costs are doubling. So in these coming years, video games are going to need 200, or at least for PlayStation, $200 million to continue to produce these games. And then
like I'm sure Returnal didn't cost nearly that much compared to like The Last of Us 2.
Right.
And I'm sure the next Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon. I think the big four is Sucker Punch, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla, and Santa Monica. And if I'm forgetting one, I feel bad.
Yes.
Ben Studios, Days Gone from Ben was very expensive.
It was very
It took
expensive.
forever
It was super expensive.
Which I wish we got a second one, even though it made a profit, whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like that doesn't surprise me. But I'm like, Sony has done a good job at just saying, make what game you want. That's why we have Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
So I don't think that will stop.
No.
I think it's just more of like, here's more money to just be committed to the project.
Yeah.
You know?
But it does put an additional strain on studios and developers to make sure they're hitting their marks and selling the games, which is why in the past is probably a big reason why specifically Sony is looking more towards like big blockbuster games, because if they're committing all of that money to games, they need to be able to make that money back so they can continue to make amazing games.
Yep. I mean, that's why we're kind of starting to get multiplayer versions of these first-party games.
Yeah.
Like
And
Tsushima does have microtransactions, but maybe like in the future, like, you know, it could be a spin-off.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that Shawn Layden also talked about is the environment for making games is kind of pigeonholed in these. He doesn't go into specifics, but he just says 4 different types of genres, right? We have a battle royale. That's a huge genre. We know that's going to be successful if it hits, you know. Anything with a battle pass, games like Destiny and things like that, like things, big multiplayer games like that. We have, based off of other games and how people are consuming these games, we have a good idea that those are probably what's going to be successful and what people are going to gear towards more. So that does stifle the creativity of doing something new, because rather than funding a new project, a new IP that can go in a different direction or try something new, it might not be cost effective for those developers to do that, as opposed to just coming out with their version of a battle royale. So it's a really amazing article. They get into a lot of stuff. Shawn Layden, we've seen him in every press conference, at least me and Ron growing up.
Yeah, and Shawn Layden's now at Streamline Media Group.
Streamline
He's
Media
part of
Group.
the advisory board.
Yes. Great article. Highly recommend you guys read it if you want more information about this. But yeah, man, it makes sense. All this makes sense. It sucks that it sucks that profit has to be prioritized over creativity, but without a profit, there is no creativity at the end of the day too. So it's like this weird, like double-edged sword.
I don't really see that impacting the first party titles.
No, I don't. I agree with you.
I think,
especially like with Naughty Dog, like the developers we listed. Like if they want to do something new, I don't think Sony's gonna put up much of a fight against that.
Housemarque is now a part of Sony. I don't see them being screwed over. They wanted to make Returnal, they made Returnal. And now they're a first party studio.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're fine. And Media Molecule also is the company.
Media Molecule, that's right.
So hopefully Dreams does get. I mean, granted, Dreams didn't
hopefully
get
it picks
too
up
much.
once VR2 comes out.
Maybe. Yeah. I hope there's a push or something, but we'll see. You know what I love the most about video games?
Playing them all day, every day.
Playing them all day, every day, and not being limited to 3 hours a week on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
For those of you who are under the age of 18.
Yes. I honestly reminisce on days I'd be like, Mom, I'm sick. I'm going to school. And I was sick. But still, I was like, all right, well, I'm sick. I can still play Jak and Daxter all day. So play that, like games like that. And just being a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, China is restricting young people to playing video games 3 hours a week. This got like national news at this point. Nothing like this is from the Washington Post. But basically, the new law in China is that you are for online games, because you really can't watch over offline games unless they searched you.
I believe depending on how they have their account set up, you do have to tie in a name to your account. So if it registers that an underage account is active longer, they can't. I don't know what the repercussions of this is. But an easy workaround, if their parents have an account, they can just let their kid play on their account, and it's not gonna.
Or VPNs, maybe. Like China is very Big Brother watching over.
Yes, so very much so.
I can't say that. Plus, I can't say for sure. But if you are in China, the new restriction is Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 1 hour each day, unless also holiday, which would be an hour also. It's just the more focus on like education.
Yeah,
that's basically at the end of the day.
Yeah. So it's gonna take about 9 years to beat Persona 5 in China.
God. I think I don't even know if Persona 5 is even sold in China.
No, because so the majority of gaming in China is heavily gravitated towards PC and mobile gaming.
Yeah,
that being
and
said,
MMOs.
Yeah, so that being said, console gaming was banned in China up until 2015.
Where I'm sure Microsoft and Sony had to follow the China government's online restrictions with that. So whatever your Ronald McNerney ID is for online has to be the same on those accounts and stuff too, because you have one ID and it's basically like a social security number but for online,
right?
And that's just how you are identified. That's how they're able to track. And if you are going over the hours and the minutes, I think it's either shut off your internet or you could be arrested.
Yeah, you can easily. Whenever I went to China to study abroad, I remember our chaperones from my school were like, when you're over there, do not say anything negative about China because they will shut your internet off immediately. You're protected under the visa, but that visa only protects you so much. So it's very strict over there. That being said, though, China has over the past couple years been taking bigger efforts to restrict children playing games, specifically under the age of 16, and to fight video game addiction and predatory things that we've seen in video games, like loot boxes and all kinds of stuff like that. very heavy-handed the way they're going about it, for sure. But they do give some leeway. Somewhere in this article, it does talk about how at the end of the day, like, it's kind of hard to enforce this because there are so many workarounds. So they're kind of leaning to like parents to like enforce this in the home. And they did talk about how if, you know, the parents want to rework the actual scheme of when the kid plays and how they play, as long as it's in that 3 hours, they have that leeway to do so. So, I mean, at least they have that. But, yeah. Speaking, I'm a person who, you know, spent, I think, maybe 5 or 6 hours playing Hades, I think, on Saturday. It's, kind of crazy.
Yeah, like, Nintendo.
Only beat it once, though.
Yeah, Nintendo or Sony are the big companies, like, in that country. Obviously, you're not really seeing Xbox.
And Nintendo and Sony are starting to move in and try to get a foothold in China.
That market. But,
as is every big business at this point.
Right. And it is 16 and younger, not 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
From what I'm seeing on the article. But there was already like a ban too that you couldn't spend more than 400 yuan on games.
Yes,
like, in the country. That was $60 a month, which is one game here plus tax.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, so a lot of crazy stuff going on in China. This is an article in the Washington Post, has a lot more detail and gets a lot more specific about what China has done in the past and how this is going to play out more. I can't imagine doing it. It's kind of crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I apologize. The 16-year-old thing was earlier last week. South Korea announced it would end a law that kept people under 16 playing games between midnight and 6 a.m. That is my fault. That was wrong.
Okay,
so I wanted to correct that.
Okay. Yeah. So
if only we read these.
So yeah, so bad news-ish, maybe, kind of, probably, for anyone out there still hoping to get their hands on a new console. Chip shortages will affect gaming for up until 2023, according to Toshiba.
2022, next September.
I think there's a point. Yeah, here. Yeah. Toshiba consumers won't be fully served all the chips they need until 2023.
Oh, wow, what a liar. Okay.
Yeah. So,
why does it say next September?
I don't know.
IGN.
Yeah, so Toshiba is still having a lot of difficulty getting these chips out for PlayStation's various other devices that use them, cars, graphics cards for PCs, and just other technology.
Like everything.
Yeah, so Toshiba did, however, Toshiba doesn't mention which customers, which customers that they're selling to will be most affected. So there's a chance that Sony and Microsoft won't find themselves suffering until 2023.
Yeah.
They do acknowledge that Sony and Microsoft are one of the biggest pushers for getting these chips.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, so a quote here from I believe this is Kambuchi. It reads, "We consider which customers face the most severe situations, such as the risk of the whole production line halting or the business getting obliterated without the supply of chips. Game console makers are among the consumers making the strongest demands, and I'm sincerely sorry for this frustration, as none of them have 100% satisfaction."
This is to say, too, earlier last month or the month prior, Sony did say they have enough to hit the margins that they want by next March.
Right, but that doesn't include the future.
Yeah, right.
So, and it's even though they have enough to get to the 22 million, it's still going to be really difficult.
They're probably going to be only getting to that just because they can only get so many.
Exactly.
So it kind of sucks.
It does. It's horrible. Pandemic is a huge factor of all of this. On top of like data miners on cryptocurrency miners and things like that. Hang in there, guys. I guess.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's.
Hey, if you were an influencer like us, you would be given these consoles.
Yeah. Sony would email you telling you could just buy a PS5 directly from them. So
fight the bots. One of my coworkers managed to get the Halo Infinite.
It's such a cool looking console.
It is so cool, man. I love it. But he managed to get it, and I'm very happy he could.
It's awesome.
I think just because they were like, all right, here it is, boom, buy it. Bots weren't it can't, you know, you need to program it. So
yeah,
I'm so happy he was able to get it.
it's awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to Carl.
But Ronnie, we have some news about.
Can I talk about this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I talk about this for a minute?
off. Fun.
CD Projekt Red, our favorite company to talk about on the podcast. We took a nice break for a while because Zach and I were like, all right. Zach and I like pulled each other aside after an episode. We're like, we can't just talk only about this company at this point. But I was very upset because I've been waiting to replay The Witcher 3 until the remaster is ready. I was hoping that since CD Projekt Red wasn't the main company working on it, that it would actually come out. Boy, was I wrong, because they have been dead silent about the next-gen version of Cyberpunk and Witcher 3. Sorry, I like choked on my own air.
Yep.
So this article comes from Eurogamer, written by Matt Wales. I'm just going to read a bit of the article. CD Projekt Red has told investors that it, quote, can't say with full certainty, end quote, that its highly anticipated Cyberpunk 2077 and Witcher 3 next-gen upgrades will launch this year, despite the developer insisting that it's still aiming for a late 2021 release.
Yeah.
Wow. Story of their life at this
Which
point.
means it's coming out in 2022.
Yes, or 3.
Or 3.
An enhanced edition of The Witcher 3 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, promising the likes of ray tracing and faster load times, was announced last September, while a proper next-gen version of Cyberpunk 2077 was also touted in June 2020. Both were initially scheduled for launch this year, but the status of each has been somewhat unclear in light of Cyberpunk 2077's disastrous launch, and the resulting studio reshuffle and revised development roadmaps as CD Projekt worked to improve the base game.
Yep.
Officially, both updates are still scheduled for release in 2021, but SVP of Business Development, Michael, I'm not even going to pretend to know his last name, has now admitted to investors during CD Projekt Red's H1 2021 results call that while the studio is definitely still aiming to launch this year, it can, quote, can't say with full certainty that the production schedule will not change, end quote. I'm sad.
Sucks.
It is worth noting that the Witcher 3 update is being handled externally by Saber Interactive, and it's, quote, ongoing, and we cannot be absolutely dead certain that the release schedule will not change.
Yeah.
I'm very sad. I really just want to replay this game. As I've told you a million times, I like to do a replay a year. I took a year off last year because of Cyberpunk. I beat it last spring, so fuck it. I guess I'm gonna go back and play.
Guess
it
we're
this
diving
year.
back in, yeah.
I guess I'm just
Get
going
that second
back
plat,
in.
dude.
At this point, I might as well just plat the complete edition then,
Yeah, dude.
and just do that.
Let's do it.
Originally, I wasn't gonna, and then I'll get that. Then I'll just transfer the save over and pop the plat for the PS5 version.
Yeah.
I'm sure when it comes out, because I'm not doing the Gwent for the third time.
That's the best part.
So I know
You play the game to play the Gwent.
that's actually true. But I guess I'm playing the complete edition this year.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
I've been so bored on games that I'm just gonna. I'm considering throwing God mode on Hades just to beat it and then play Witcher after.
After I finished my first run, I waited a little bit longer, but I did end up turning God mode on just because I'm at the point where I just wanna
Platinum it.
beat it, platinum it, and like experience the full story.
Yeah.
And this is such a long yellow. It's a marathon. So.
But I mean, in a couple weeks, Kena will be coming out too.
Kena, and we got Deathloop.
Yeah.
It's very soon, actually. Next week, I think, maybe.
I think Deathloop's October, or is this
No, Deathloop's September. It's like September, like maybe 13th.
Hype.
Yeah.
I guess we're getting that. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, cool. But yeah, so I guess I was gonna play Witcher this year anyway. I'm sure. I'm not expecting Kena to be a long game.
Yeah.
Hopefully at least the length of Rift Apart, but yeah, I'll play that and Deathloop. The games are starting to come in, which I'm still like excited for, but not. So Witcher will probably be like a lull period time, you know.
Right.
So Greg will be happy.
Greg will be very, very
Greg
happy.
will be very happy.
Yes.
You had a disgusted look on your face. What was that?
I like moved the.
Did you think we weren't recording?
No. I moved my touchpad, my hand on my touchpad, and it like made
like
everything
resized.
small. Yeah. I got really nervous for a second.
I gotcha.
But
Yeah, but when Cyberpunk comes out, I've said it before. When it comes out for the PS5, I'll replay it. I'm
give
in
it
no
another
rush.
shot of Ruski.
I'm
Yeah.
in no rush. Like when it's
Yeah.
more of like hey, next summer in 2022, when it probably just comes out, and there's nothing to play, I'll play it.
Yeah, I mean, I put 70 hours in it, so, you know.
I didn't even put that many in it.
I put so much, because that's when I was sick. When I was sick. I had nothing else to do but play.
Yeah.
So
Little COVID boy.
Yeah. But now's a fun time in the show, Ronnie.
Now's the fun time.
Now is the fun. So if you
didn't
know, ladies and gentlemen, this Thursday, Sony has announced that they are having a summer showcase, which is going to be a huge thing.
Like future of PS5.
Future of PS5 and how things are going to turn out.
I swear to God.
It is.
If we get, I'm sorry, but if we get one extended look at Deathloop again, I am turning it off. I will not buy the game if I see like a 5-minute trailer of it. Yeah.
So this past summer, Sony hasn't been quiet by any means, but we haven't really gotten any new updates about the future of what's going on. So this showcase is taking place on Thursday, September 9th.
Yes.
Thursday, September 9th at 4 p.m. Eastern, and that's 1 p.m. Pacific.
And 9 p.m. in the UK.
Yes, if you're out there drinking tea. So me and Ron are going to go through some of the predictions that we think are going to pop up. Mm-hmm. So do you want to start?
It's also worth noting that this is going to be around 40 minutes. 40 minutes or more.
Yeah. Okay.
I think 40 minutes is the minimum. Not a full hour. What are you going to do? They did note, real quick, they did note the one thing you can count on not being part of the show is PSVR 2.
Yes.
So, opens up God of War.
I'm not too worried about the 40 minutes because I think recently we have seen much more concise,
less filler
displays from Sony. They've been very like to the point. They don't have, a 15-minute segment of a developer talking about the mechanics of like a game. So I think this is gonna be 40 minutes of quick, fast-paced, like new thing. Well, the trailer, this, that, like, quick little sidebar with the developer that lasts no longer than like 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. So do you want to start out?
Yes. So we talked a little bit before. I think we can just say it. So Zach and I are making a list, and we should say this right now too. On Thursday, Zach and I are going to record our reactions to everything.
Yes.
We're gonna be like actual like streamers. We might stream it. Who knows? I doubt it. Maybe stream on YouTube. Subscribe. But yeah, we're gonna record it. We'll post it right after the event. It'll be local, easy. So that is something to also look forward to. You'll see our faces for the first time. Maybe transition to video podcast. Ooh. So prediction list: 100% God of War will be shown. I think gameplay.
1,000%.
Yep.
That's my number one prediction. That's gonna happen.
And an official name drop.
Is it not gonna be called Ragnarok?
I think it's still like, I don't think that was actually like fully confirmed that it was called Ragnarok.
Okay.
I wasn't sure.
Okay.
But God of War Ragnarok gameplay.
Yeah. My logic behind it is if it was supposed to launch coming up soon, they have to have something done with it enough to just show us what's going on. So I think we're going to get more information about the story. We're going to see some gameplay, and we're actually going to get like a solid, like, this is the story and this is where it's going to go in the direction. Yes. So yeah, absolutely. God of War, 1,000%.
Let's knock out the obvious ones. Also, okay. We'll just do that, then start our fun, like, unrealistic one.
All right, let's do it.
Forbidden West, something. Gameplay or another trailer.
Yeah, probably.
So,
most likely.
Gameplay / trailer. I think they already had their showcase before, but pre-orders are announced. They want people to pre-order. That's just how they get money.
Right.
So, what's in your
mind? Deathloop. I think we're going to see one more thing from Deathloop.
I swear to God.
I don't think it's going to be... It might not be like a dedicated like trailer or anything, but I think they're going to at least mention it just because it's coming out and they want to get that on people's radar.
Yeah, I think it'll be a quick trailer.
Yeah.
If anything. If it's... Here's an extended look at Deathloop. Like, I swear to God, it looks great, guys. Like, I don't know what you want me to say at this point. I'm sick of seeing it.
It looked great a year ago. It looks good now. Let's just get
it looked great when it was supposed to come out. Like, back in May? I think it was May.
No, it was supposed to be a launch title, and then it got pushed back to May, and then it got pushed back again.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's a typical Sony exclusive fashion.
Exactly. And then Kina. We're going to hear stuff about Kina.
Oh, yes. Kina.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I wrote Kenny, whatever. Kina, some form of gameplay with it. We did see a bit before, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
To see kind of what happens with that. New IP.
Yes.
I don't know from who. I'm trying to think of like I think if we're gonna get a new IP, it's not from the big four.
No.
But I think we're gonna have some.
I can see Bend stepping up.
Maybe Ben dropping like a they're not like it like a Splash logo thing.
Nothing crazy.
I don't think anything like so.
I think
IP maybe from Ben.
I think we can also maybe potentially hear about this multiplayer, this new IP, this new multiplayer IP that Sony's been working on. I think we might actually get some footage on that and see what's going on with that.
Yes. Or a name drop.
A name drop, yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
If Sony makes a multiplayer IP, first person or third? I think third.
That's assuming it's a shooter.
Assuming it's a shooter. I think here's the thing.
It's third.
It's third. Third. I think Sony games are just always third person, and it's just gonna kind of stay that way. Not that that's a problem. Yeah. But I think
they tried the first person with Killzone. I don't think they want to go back to that.
I think Halo just has that FPS down so much that you see.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like,
and it's so hard to compete with first person shooters right now.
Here's the thing too, is I've played Killzone Shadowfall. That's the only one I ever played.
Yep.
And there might be, if anyone listens that plays a lot of Halo and you're listening to this, I'm sorry for the comparison. But I'm sure if you saw first person Killzone with a futuristic looking gun and first person Halo, you assume Halo.
Yeah.
Always. You're always going to assume Halo. So I think if it's a multiplayer shooter, it's going to be third person unless it's completely different from what we've seen. Yeah. So unless you have a tentacle gun. But even then, you could assume Halo.
Absolutely.
Like in like a weird fashion. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Risky prediction?
All right. Wait. Let's get. Do you think it's an actual prediction, or are we doing the unrealistic one? Because I have an unrealistic list.
This is like semi-realistic.
Is it gonna be Sly Cooper?
No.
Okay.
We're not getting there yet. Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima 2. I don't think we're gonna see
gameplay.
I don't think we're gonna see gameplay. It's
there's no shot.
It's 100% gonna be if they talk about it at all. It's gonna be just like similar to what they did with Ragnarok. Just. Maybe you hear Jin say something and then logo. That's it. We're not going to hear about it. We're not going to hear about it for another 2 years after that, though.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate the riskiness of that.
Yeah.
I don't agree, though. I think Spider-Man 2.
Huge. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We're definitely seeing Spider-Man 2. I agree with that.
I don't think it'll happen with Spider-Man 2, but I think with how well Rift Apart worked, I've been saying this forever, and at least the next Miles Morales game, I want an Into the Spider-Verse game, and I think it'll be very possible if they master that tech that they made to just do what they did.
When is No Way Home coming out?
Oh my God, I forgot. No Way Home. Oh, Christmas.
We're definitely going to hear about it.
Yeah.
That's a great lineup of if they got the movie coming out, they also want to talk about the game. That's perfect time.
Christmas season. I don't think Christmas Day.
If we don't hear about anything about Spider-Man before tomorrow on Thursday, we're absolutely hearing about it before Christmas or alongside with the thing, because that's a perfect you're watching TV, commercial, Spider-Man, or No Way Home. Right after that, commercial, Spider-Man 2.
You know what I think the big criticism of this showcase is going to be, because it's about the future of PlayStation, is that there's not going to be enough gameplay shown. So I think there's going to be a few games that are going to take spotlight, which I think God of War is going to be the big gameplay one. A lot of them are going to be announcements. So like we said, any new IP, maybe the multiplayer one that we've heard about, if it's an FPS or third person, or Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2, I think they're going to close out on and then open with God of War. Those are the two biggest PS4 exclusives that have dropped.
I could see them. I think it's going to close with God of War.
I think it's one way or the other.
Because I think you hype people up for the future, because Spider-Man's not coming out soon. So that's awesome opening. But then ending with God of War is more current.
They end happening. With
Deathloop. And even potentially killer closeout, see everything for God of War, see gameplay, blah blah blah, release date. That would be huge.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, take that with a grain of salt.
Two games that one's in the future, one is currently out. Fist. I think we might see something about Fist. It's that rabbit game where you have a big robot fist.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? We talked about it before.
Did we?
Yeah, on the podcast. It's I think it's like a side scroller game. I can't remember.
Stray. I'm sorry, that just popped in my head.
Oh,
We're gonna see stuff about
I
Stray.
was like, no, it's a rabbit. But I think it just launched. I'll look at reviews because I kind of was semi-interested in it. It was rumored to be a PS Plus game for this month. It came out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I
it's
definitely
fist,
want to
robot arm, rabbit. We might see some gameplay because it just launched. Maybe bump up the sales because I think it's a PlayStation and PC exclusive.
Okay, cool.
And the future one, I forget what I was gonna say, but yeah, here we are.
Yeah, but like Stray, as I mentioned, I think we'll probably see something about Stray.
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me.
And then some other IP, I'm sure that was already announced. Blade Runner, was that a game?
Ghost Runner.
Ghost Runner. Maybe some with Ghost Runner because I don't think that is. I think it's coming out in the fall.
Yeah, and I feel like Ghost Runner's been like awfully quiet. I feel like we haven't really seen a whole lot from Ghost Runner.
Yeah, so someone like Ghost Runner.
Yeah. Let's just get this out of the way.
Come on, man.
Sly 5.
Sly.
Just give us it. Give us it.
I don't even care if it's a Spyro Crash Bandicoot
remaster.
Remake. I don't care if it's that. I want if it is, because we've been playing Sly too.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, just running through, and we played Spyro. I've played it as a kid at the Eagle's Nest at Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
I never owned it, but I've played it, and I remember that difference. And if we get that same love,
it'll be awesome.
I don't even need
it'll
a 5.
be amazing.
At that point, I don't even need a Sly 5.
Well, let's not get crazy here. Right?
I know, but just saying.
Well, no, yeah. So, I forget if we talked about this or I showed you this, but I did see on Reddit that there was kind of like a leak from a reputable source or whatever, but based on job postings, Sly 5 was up there.
Yeah,
Sly 5 was like based on job postings. I don't know if it's a Sanzaru or whatever, but what it could be Sly 5 that they're trying to do. So I can easily see. I don't think they're announcing Sly 5. That's not the way that's going to work first. They're going to announce the remastered of Sly.
And then everyone has to buy it.
Yes.
Because that's how we got another Crash game.
Yes.
Just saying. I have no idea if that was successful.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is we got Crash Team Racing and a new Crash.
Yeah.
Just everyone buy it. Even
Absolutely.
if you're not going to play it, I will pay you.
I will pay you. I will buy it.
Asterisks.
For you. I'm going to create accounts on PlayStation and buy it digitally over and over again.
$60, $100 editions. Don't care.
Walk into GameStop. I would like all your copies of Sly Cooper remastered. They're like, all of them? Yeah. And here's what I want you to do. Anybody with a PS5, I want you to give them out for free. I don't want them. Just give them out for free, please, if you wouldn't mind. But I'll pay you for them now.
You're right. Yes, we need it. 'Cause, I mean, if the collection next one remaster does well enough, then we're good.
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't want some shitty port like they did with Jack on the PS4.
Yeah.
I hate them for it. It was trash. It runs terribly. The PS3 version is better than the PS4 version. And the PS2 version is better than the PS4 version.
Yeah.
But please, I think the Jack community is content with not having another game. I
agree.
I think the Sly game.
I
think Sly
not
4,
content, but like most content. I think.
When I go on their subreddit, it's not anything about a new game. Everyone's like, all right, we got Jack X after 3. That was great. We won another game. Let's go. Yeah. Then they got the Lost Frontier, and they say, actually, never do it again.
Actually, let's not do that.
Lost Frontier, worst game I've ever played in my life.
Well, we're lucky with Sly because like
Sanzaru did a decent job.
It did a good job. Like we have our issues with Sly 4, but at the end of the day, the biggest thing working against Sly 4 was the previous games. Like if Sly 4 came out as a standalone thing, us never seeing Sly, it would have been a really good game. It would have been a solid game.
You know what's standing against it is just the fact there wasn't another game to tell the story, and also they ruined Penelope.
They
massacred her character. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They ruined her.
Yeah.
That's fine. And Murray, we don't have to talk about Murray. Sanzaru isn't going to be working on another game anyway. They're owned by Facebook now.
Yeah.
So whoever does it is either going to do a reimagining of the 4th, but it needs to be. Here's the thing: if they make a new Sly game,
I wouldn't even be mad about like a God of War reboot.
What? Oh, you think they would do a God of War reboot?
I mean, like in this, like what they did with God of War 2018 for Sly, like not acknowledge, like not like getting rid of everything in the past, but just being like, okay, we're gonna really reinvent the wheel.
You know what they need to do with what they've done really well with every Sly game is they told their story and it was done. You didn't necessarily need a sequel. Sure, Sly 2 to 3 had a cliffhanger, but the gang was done.
Well, Sly 3 had that cliffhanger, but it was one of those cliffhangers where it's like...
It was the same cliffhanger Sly 2 to 3.
I don't think so.
I think the gang was done, but like, you know, at the end of Sly 2, the gang is done. Murray left. Bentley's in a wheelchair.
Murray carried Bentley away, but then it ended with Sly jumping out of the helicopter.
Yeah, but that was like, all right, cool. Like, that was the ending. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
That's the ending. Yeah. The gang's done. But Sly 3, I think the cliffhanger to me is the same. Sly lost his memory. There's the cane.
Well, it's the wink. It's the wink at the end.
Yeah.
It's the wink. But, like, that's, like, kind of like that wink of, like... It's the wink and the time machine. But, like, that's also kind of, like...
That's true.
Easy enough to just leave it alone. Yeah. Like, you got the wink from Sly. That's that, like hey, like... Because I don't know how you feel about it, but for me, I've always saw the wink as... I've been reading, like, some people on the subreddit... Well, yeah, some people on the subreddit are like, he faked it the whole time. I feel like he didn't fake it initially... But as he like was with Carmelita and doing stuff, his memory started to come back, and he just stayed in the role. So that I didn't take it because that's a play. That is like such a like after everything that happens at the end of Sly 3, for Sly to get hit by a rock and just be like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah,
like it's just
it's weird.
It's like such a shot in the dark like thing, you know. So
yeah, it's just the fact that Sly 4 ended in such... It ended in a way that it needed a sequel, and it just didn't get the sequel.
Yeah,
so exactly. I think if they make a new game, it has to end in a way that it doesn't need a sequel. Because we're not going to see it.
On the bright side, though, because I think Sly 4 ended with that like cliffhanger, that made the community more vocal about wanting a new game and expecting a new game and needing a new game. If it would have ended... However, like with a more definitive end, or just like
Lost Frontier did.
Yeah, if it would have ended like that, I think that it wouldn't be a new Sly game that people want. It would just be a remaster of the game, which I think the energy of the wanting a new Sly game has really helped Sly. So, yeah, man.
That was our list.
Do you have any more? Do you have any more predictions? No. I got a goofy one.
All right, is that your last
goofy.
one?
Yeah, this is it.
All right, I don't have any more. I think I'm just kind of going over the obvious ones, and that's like the Sly one was my surprise, and then something else.
Ready?
What's your goofy one?
Absolutely bonkers. Vita 2.
You think they're gonna talk about the Vita 2 before PSVR 2?
No. That's why it's goofy.
Okay.
It's my prediction.
Okay.
Vita 2. Vita 2.
I'll put that in the unrealistic announcements.
Yeah, dude.
I think I think that is a very unique sentence. No one in the history of the world has said that sentence.
No, definitely not.
All right.
Yeah, man. Is that all you got though?
Yep. Handshake.
Oh, handshake.
That's our list.
Let's do it. All right, let's do it.
Oh, did you just fish hand me? You just dead fished me. It was a little flat.
Well, we got a lot of equipment going on.
There we go.
Okay,
right, cool. I hate when I get dead fished. It's so disrespectful.
You got anything else though?
No, that's my list. We're gonna just see. I'll review it real quick. Cool. So, God of War Ragnarok gameplay trailer. Horizon Forbidden West, a trailer show. Pre-order it now. Give us your money. Deathloop trailer because it hasn't been down our throats enough. Kena, which I wrote as Kenny. New IP, maybe from Bend. New IP, the multiplayer game. Spider-Man 2 announcement. Ghost Runner, maybe something from Stray, and Sly Cooper.
Yes.
And then the unrealistic list is only written via.
Did you say Ghost 2?
I'm writing that as an unrealistic.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
that's good.
That way, clickbait.
Yeah, there you go.
Ghost 2. Cool.
Yeah. Well, everyone, that is the 33rd episode of the PS Pony podcast, where once a week, every week, me and my best friend Ron get together to talk to you about all the video game news you need to know about. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, you can reach out to us at Twitter at PSPonies. Reach that out on Twitter. And then, Ron, if you want to like maybe ask us like a question, tell us a story. What can the people do?
You can reach out to us on your landline, which is Gmail at this point. I don't know where I was going with that. You can email us questions. We will answer them every single week. This week we did not have a question, unfortunately. Shout out to Matt. Ask us a question. So ask us questions at AskPSPonies@gmail.com. That is AskPSPonies@gmail.com. We read them every single week. Even if we get a huge influx, we will make an entire episode based around them. Also, little shameless self-promotion too. Zachary talked about the Twitter page, but as well on Thursday, check your YouTube inbox, because be sure you hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get notified every time we upload an episode. We upload the video version of the podcast every single Wednesday and the audio versions on Tuesday. On Thursday, Zach and I will be reacting live to the PlayStation press conference. Probably won't be live streamed because internet, yuck.
Yeah.
Zach, sorry.
Yeah,
but
fine.
it's also just a crash course at this point. If you watch the VOD that we're going to put up on YouTube, on our YouTube page at PSPonies, we'll be sure to just do more live streaming content in the future. But for now, we're going to stick to just it being recorded, uploaded after. You get the gist.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, everyone, thank you so much, and all have a great time. And hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. Have fun.
Yeah, shout out to a long weekend.
Yeah.
I needed it.
All right, we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Bye.